This original WSRE presentation is made possible by viewers like you. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Pensacola State Today. Coming up today, we are going to explore the partnerships between Pensacola State College and area businesses and community agencies. We'll find out how these partnerships benefit the students at PSC and our community at large. Also, a big honor for PSC's nursing program. As we've discussed on many programs in the past on Pensacola State Today, Pensacola State College is not just an island sitting in the middle of our community. Pensacola State College reaches out in many, many ways, and the difference that Pensacola State College makes as it reaches out to community partnerships, community agencies, is very widespread and is very positive. Joining us in the studio right now is PSC President Dr. Ed Meadows. Thank you so much for being here.
Drexel, I'm happy to be here again.
Good, good. Now, we're going to talk today, we're going to focus heavily on the partnerships that Pensacola State College has with various community agencies and why that's important. So kind of set the tone for us on why this type of cooperative effort is necessary and beneficial.
Well, it's all about our students, and our students often need the social services, but they also need to understand through service learning the importance of giving back to the community and participating as a member of society in our community. So there are a lot of different ways that we do that. For example, we partner with businesses and industries for internships and apprenticeships and job placement. We partner with social service agencies to assist them in their mission with volunteers from the college, so that not just students but also employees, so that our students and the community understands that we are there as a public service in many, many regards. And then the other aspect of being a good partner is being a good neighbor as well. So there are lots of different reasons, but it all comes back down to what we feel our students should get, not just from the academic setting, but also the social awareness of what they need to do to be a good citizen in their community.
And it goes back again to something we've talked about previously on this program, and it's making sure that the student is well-rounded.
Exactly.
Not everything happens in the classroom.
Well, you said it. I was saying it, but I didn't use those words, so that's a very good way to say it. Helps to for the student to become well-rounded, certainly.
And we're going to actually talk to a student a little bit later in the program, but from your perspective, what do you see as the reaction of the students whenever they participate in these business and community partnership efforts?
I think it's an appreciation for where they are in their life. Also an eye-opener that there's a tremendous need in our community for individuals that are not as fortunate to be a student at Pensacola State College. It also helps them understand the financial and social implications that go with the recipients that are helped by the social service agencies that they are actually helping to provide materials, in the case of Manna Food Bank, actually food for the hungry.
Okay. Now, we're going to actually have, after the break, we're going to talk to a representative from Manna Food Bank and also the United Way and the Pensacola News Journal about their partnerships with the college. But let me ask you this, how easy do you find it to be to get businesses and agencies to partner with you? I think this would be really beneficial on all sides.
You know, the community is highly receptive to partnerships for several reasons. One is that the workforce is critical for every business and industry, and any time that they get to view a student as a student before they become an applicant is highly beneficial. The other part of that is that volunteers within a business or industry or social service agency is always a want list where you're looking for manpower. So when we have our students as a part of the mission, for example, all of our athletes participate in community service, every single athlete. That's a priority at the institution to help well-round them.
Right.
So whenever a business or industry or social service agency needs to undertake a project like United Way in the Day of Caring, we stand ready to partner with them because we have a good workforce, and they don't necessarily have to be skilled in the sense of doing a job for a year, but they can become trained to do a very specific, short kind of project.
Awesome. Okay, well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to have representatives from the United Way, from Manna Food Pantries, and also Pensacola News Journal to talk about the partnerships, and I know that you're going to want to tune in for that. So stay here, and we'll take a look ahead right now to some of the things coming up at Pensacola State College. Welcome back to Pensacola State Today. On today's program, we are talking about the partnerships between Pensacola State College and various businesses and community agencies in our community. The need for that, the benefits of that, the value of that, not just for the college and the agencies and the businesses, but also for the student population at Pensacola State College. Joining us now at the table are Andrea Kreiger with United Way of Escambia County, and Amanda Hindsman from Manna Food Pantries, and also Tom Ninestine, who joins us from the Pensacola News Journal. And all of these agencies and the business participate with the college in these community partnerships. We're going to explore that a little bit. Andrea, let's start with you, because recently United Way recognized Pensacola State College as Business Partner of the Year. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure.
And how the relationship with United Way and Pensacola State College is beneficial?
Well, I'll tell you that there's a lot of our work, about half of it, that we couldn't do without PSC. And the college, and especially, I will say, Dr. Meadows, with his strategic leadership, has helped us broaden our impact. So we run, probably the biggest part of our partnership is our VITA program. It's a free tax program. It assists families who are working but can't make ends meet. Maybe they've got $60,000 or less in household income. And PSC hosts us at the Warrington campus, at the main campus, and at the Milton campus, which means those sites are free for us. It means that we have access to the student body to be able to help them get earned income tax credits back. It means that individuals who are in the community who trust Pensacola State College will come there to access our VITA volunteers, which are trained IRS volunteers. Mm-hmm. And when it comes down to it, it means that we're able to have a $5.2 million impact on a community. That would not happen without Pensacola State College. And I think about, so many times people think about charity and they think about poverty, or the folks who are, they're on their couch. What are they doing to get the help? With United Way and with PSC, it's about working families. It's about helping those who are trying to help themselves. And often it starts with the students who are at PSC. They're working to get a better education. Mm-hmm. Well, if we can help them get some earned income tax credit while they're going to school, or their parents to get that earned income tax credit, then what a better community can we have? So fundamentally, half of our work, we had over $11 million impact in the community last year. Half of it was because of PSC. So it is easy to say just that one program, what a big impact it has, but our partners, Manna, they have a lot that they'll talk about in partnership with PSC. Mm-hmm. ARC and the PALS program, that wouldn't have happened without PSC. PACE Center for Girls, those young women needed that new facility, and it would not have happened without PSC. So very easy to choose them for the Distinguished Business Partner of the Year. They do a lot of good every day.
And I know, Dr. Meadows, you were very pleased and honored by having this recognition for the college, because a lot of work does go into helping the United Way with these programs.
I was actually blown away and very surprised, because there are so many different organizations and businesses and industries that do as much or more than we do. And United Way, of course, is near and dear to our heart, because many of our students are recipients of United Way assistance through other agencies and partnerships.
Mm-hmm. Well, good deal. All right, now you talked about Manna, and I want to go over now to Amanda Hindsman. And I know that the Manna partnership with Pensacola State College is long-standing.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about the value that this partnership brings to Manna food pantries and to the community as a whole.
Well, PSC is one of our longest-standing tenured relationships that we have at Manna. PSC hosts both our pickable and fillable events that we have every year. We're in our 9th year of hosting pickable and fillable, and we've got faculty, staff, we have students that volunteer for those events, and would not be able to be the success that it is without that relationship. Professor Bill Clover finds students and other team members to create bowls. We've had 8,000 bowls be donated to Pickable and Fillable over the years. That's helped us make a huge impact in this community.
And I know students will volunteer at the food pantry as well from time to time, helping with box up food and such as that.
Yes, we have student volunteers. The SGA here is responsible for the food drives that happen every year, and I think over our relationship we've been able to collect over 200,000 pounds of food through our relationship with PSC.
And this partnership with PSC, like you said, is just, it's critical to the success of Manna and the good that you can do in the community.
It definitely is. You know, these students are volunteers now in our community, but they're our future leaders in our community as well. These are our future board members. These are our future community leaders. And so getting them engaged with our nonprofits, especially Manna we love. We have a very strong volunteer base, over 400 hours a week are done at Manna through our volunteers, and a lot of those are students, and we would love to have more students. A lot of our volunteers are older, they're retirees, but we would love to have even more students and get them engaged at an early age.
Okay, and Dr. Meadows, I wanted to know if you wanted to address the partnership with Manna, because it is a long-standing and very successful partnership.
Well, it gives our students the opportunity to see those that are less fortunate than they. And some of our students are, you know, they're struggling to be students because they are working, they have families. So when they see that there are people in the community that are far worse off than they are, it gives them a new appreciation for what they can do for the community. You know, Brittany Hockey, she won the State Student of the Year with Florida Campus Compact for volunteerism, and a lot of that came through volunteering with at the Milton campus for the food drives.
Okay. Well, so Manna United Way partnerships have been pretty long-standing, but there's a new one that's come out, and it involves the Century campus. And Tom Ninestine with Pensacola News Journal is here to talk to us about that. So, Tom, tell me about Saturdays in Century.
It started back in October of last year. We had done a series of stories, and one of the things we found out was the number of children in particular in poverty in that town was alarming. And we knew rather than just writing stories, bringing that to people's attention wasn't enough. So we thought we'd have a food drive, as well as get some of the agencies in the county up there so people could sign up for food stamps, maybe work on their resume, find out about other services. Transportation is an awful challenge up there. And we wanted to take those services to the folks in Century, and we really appreciate Dr. Meadows opening up the campus for us on a last Saturday in October of last year.
So specifically, how did this partnership with the college make a difference and make this a successful venture in Century?
Well, we wondered where to have it to begin with, and as we talked to some folks up there, we got around to, well, why not at the Century campus? And it was off of 29, so there wouldn't be a traffic problem, and it just seemed to be a perfect opportunity for us and a perfect venue.
And so what I keep hearing here, Dr. Meadows, is that, as you and I have discussed frequently over the past couple of years on this program, is that Pensacola State College really is a part of the community, whether it's, in Century in the North End, whether it's in South Santa Rosa County. This is a community effort.
Well, anytime that we can partner to do good things in the community for our communities and have volunteers of not only our students but our employees as well, like the Day of Caring. We certainly want to do that. And Sheila Nichols, our director for marketing, came to me and I said, well, there's no way we're going to say no. Of course we're going to say yes with the Pensacola News Journal partnership. And it's I'm going to try to come up for the next one as well because she said that it was just amazing to see how appreciative that community is for what the Pensacola News Journal is doing.
Great. Now, Tom, am I putting you on the spot here to ask when the next one will be? Or generally speaking, if you don't have a specific date?
Probably in the springtime.
Okay.
I think we'd like to make it a job fair as well to at least get people connected to folks who might be hiring. And maybe there's a way to solve some of the transportation problems, that kind of thing. But when you do come up, Dr. Meadows, bring some of those students with you because those 40-pound boxes of food can get heavy for a middle-aged man like me.
We'll recruit some volunteers and I'll personally drive some up.
This would be a great effort, a great way to involve the students and show the value there. All right, now, thank you so much, all of you, for being here today, and the best of luck and best wishes to all of you as you continue your partnerships with Pensacola State College. And when we come back, we're going to talk to a student and also a faculty or staff member at Pensacola State College about their involvement and the value that being involved in these community efforts brings to their lives, and kind of has the ripple effect, the pebble in the pond, and moves out into the community. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. As we have been discussing, the business and community partnerships that Pensacola State College has developed through the years are beneficial not just to the community, but also to the students who attend PSC. I'd like for you to take a moment to watch this video that shows student involvement with one of PSC's longtime partners, Manna Food Pantries.
Hi, I'm DeDe Flounlacker. I'm the Executive Director here at Manna. Our role is to help the hungry in need. So we provide groceries to individuals who are hungry in Santa Rosa and Escambia counties. We've had a lot of different students come down from Pensacola State College over the years doing different things here at Manna. And what I always see every time is that when someone comes in and volunteers, they really begin to understand more about hunger in our community.
Working here at Manna with everyone in my classroom, it definitely involves working as a group. Using things I've learned in ethics is showing me that we need to help others.
My efforts for Manna affects my performance in the classroom. It shows that I'm a hard worker and I'm dedicated, and I can put my mind to whatever I want to.
One of the things about a community college is our population is mostly commuter students. So they have lives outside of the classrooms, and so they may not have a lot of opportunities to get involved in volunteerism. Service learning could be a reinforcement to help people to reach for graduation. They would benefit them in how they could market themselves later, that they've actually done volunteer work through coursework.
We built into the curriculum for the EMT program a community service project. We worked with Manna Food on our Fill the Ambulance campaign. What we do is we partner with someone in the community, such as Walmart, and we bring our ambulance and fill the ambulance up with non-perishable food so we can deliver just-in-time food stores for the Thanksgiving holiday season. So in those 3 years that we've done this food drive, we've donated over 6,000 pounds of non-perishable foods to Manna Food Bank.
We've been doing Pick-a-Bowl and Fill-a-Bowl, which is a fundraiser for Manna, for about 10 years now, and that's something that actually started at Pensacola State College. Pick-a-Bowl is in November timeframe, and that's where Professor Clover organizes the potters in the community, and and his students to actually throw handmade bowls. People come and they can buy bowls in anticipation of the holiday season. With Fill-A-Bowl, folks are coming in and purchasing a bowl, and then they get free soup from usually 15 to 20 restaurants in the area.
Pick-A-Bowl brings in about 500 people. Fill-A-Bowl brings in about 1,000. We make about 40,000 a year now out of those two events, and that's a lot of bags of groceries. My advanced students will make anywhere from 20 to 40 bowls, each and every one of them. They volunteered that, and that helps me because I need to make about 1,400 bowls a year.
Because of Pensacola State College, the volunteerism, the pounds of food, the money that's been raised, over 40,000 people have been helped through Manna just because of Pensacola State College. That is just wow. I mean, that's just a wow.
And joining us in the studio right now, a student who has actually volunteered with Manna and many of the other agencies and businesses that Pensacola State College partners with, and also the coordinator of student leadership and student activities. All right, that would be you, Michael Listau, and then Kimberly Bogers. You are our student who has logged an awful lot of hours as a volunteer. How many?
I have earned, I believe it was 110 hours volunteering with Pensacola State College.
Since when? How long have you been doing this?
Since the fall 2014 semester and the spring 2015 semester.
Okay. Now, we're going to get back to you in just a moment because I want to hear why you do this. But let's go over to Michael right now because you coordinate students like Kimberly and I guess you place them or match them with various areas where and agencies where they might be able to help in these cooperative partnerships, correct?
Yes, that is correct. Yeah.
All right. What's the level of participation at Pensacola State College?
I mean, definitely at a community college. I would say it's a special place. Students want to be involved in the community. And I mean, it's the response I get from a project from not only, you know, the students creating the projects themselves, but also actively participating is great. I mean, it's huge, you know, initiative on student end to participate in these projects and you know, make an impact in their community.
And I know even though you're the coordinator, you actually get out there and roll your sleeves up and get involved too. Talk to me about the value this brings to you.
Me personally, I'm a strong believer in that, you know, if you're telling students to do something, you got to lead by example. So that's first and foremost the reason I get out with them. It's something that, you know, personally, I just feel great after I go out into the community and I see the reaction from, you know, people utilizing these services along with, you know, the students just taking the learning outside of the classroom and seeing what they gain and seeing that they truly can make an impact and a difference.
Okay. Kimberly, you're a nursing student.
Yes.
So obviously you have a mindset for helping, which is awesome. But talk to me, you said 110 hours.
Yes.
Okay, so the question is, why? Because you're not doing this for a grade.
No. When I first joined Pensacola State College, I became a member of several clubs that did require volunteer service hours, the Student Government Association and the Volunteer Committee. But after starting with the volunteering, I really enjoyed it. And my whole life, my parents kind of taught me to help others and volunteer and do what I can in the community. So once I learned that there were so many opportunities provided from Pensacola State College, I just did as many as possible. And it really, I feel, has helped me to become more involved in the community and interact with people and just have a broader idea of life in general.
Yeah, let's talk about that, about the value that it brings to you, not just as a student at Pensacola State College, but focusing forward on your life ahead.
I feel that by doing all the volunteer service projects, I have been able to interact with a lot of people and sort of improve on various skills that I think can help me in the workforce and help me with my future endeavors, and also helped me to see that I really like interacting with people. So that's kind of what led me to want to be a nurse, because I started as a business major.
Really?
And then I love helping people and doing things with others. And I started volunteering at the Sacred Heart Hospital as part of my hours with the college. So that kind of showed me where I want to go with my future career.
So in this case, the volunteer efforts brought about because of these cooperative partnerships with the communities and the businesses in Pensacola really helped you define your career path.
Yes, definitely.
Well, good deal. So what do you have to say to other students that may be considering or on the fence about volunteering in these community partnerships?
I know it feels like that you don't have any time to do anything. Being a college student, there's a lot of studying and homework and class time, but even just a couple hours of volunteering over the weekend or for an afternoon, they have a lot of volunteer opportunities on campus that students can participate in for just a couple hours. And after you help with an activity, you really just feel like you've made a difference in something. I think that's very important. And it helps you to interact with the faculty and staff at the school and interact with more students so that you just become a lot more involved with the Pensacola State College in general.
Okay, so Michael, the call has gone out now. How easy is it for students to become involved, especially say if they're not involved necessarily in SGA or one of the clubs that does require the volunteer hours?
Well, you know, if a student goes looking for it, they can find it at Pensacola State College. You know, there's many instructors that implement it in their classrooms, but additionally, as Kimberly talked about too, the student organizations implement that into, you know, their clubs and their initiatives, you know, on campus. So I mean, really, if a student goes looking for it, they will find it at Pensacola State College.
Okay. Well, Michael Listau and Kimberly Bogers, thank you so much for joining us. This has been a really great program that demonstrates once again the importance that Pensacola State College plays in the community and also on the lives of the students and the faculty and staff members at PSC by opening a whole new world sometimes to service. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We will take a quick break and be right back. The nursing degree program at Pensacola State College continues to be popular and successful. Recently, Affordable Colleges Online ranked PSC's Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree program third in the nation for offering academic rigor, student support, and affordability for online learning. Pensacola State's BSN program is designed for students with an associate degree in nursing and a license as a registered nurse. It is presented online to accommodate working students who require a flexible schedule. And that's going to do it for this edition of Pensacola State Today. Thank you so much for being with us. I'm your host, Drexel Gilbert, and we'll see you next time.